there, Marina here. Today I wanted to share something real quick about tapping. So I've been tapping and using tapping with clients for many years now. I also use it in my work currently. And what's lately been coming up a lot, especially in my last video too, about really trusting what's really happening in this moment and being in your authenticity, really being present to what's arising right now instead of trying to wisen up and take the higher road and stuff like that. So I wanted to share this about how it applies with tapping and my transformation and how I use tapping. There's a couple things that have been on my mind about this, and I'm going to try to be brief and to the point. One is this idea of we are magicians. We are magicians and we have wands. Now these tools, tapping or the inquiries or Sedona method, focusing, any kind of body-centered tools like TRE, all these things that are available to us, beautiful, wonderful, magical tools, are like a wand, a magician's wand. But it's not the wand itself that is the magic. So in tapping, it's not the tapping that's the magic. In the inquiries, it's not the set of questions that are asked. In, let's say TRE, it's not the fact that you're shaking your body that is the magic, or any other tool. It's really how those magic, how the wand is applied. So it's never in the wand that the magic is. The wand could be sitting on the table and it's just laying there, it's a stick. But in the hands of a magician, it can create magic. But it can be used for various things. But in these tools, and I'm going to focus on tapping as an example because it's just an easy way to give an example. If you try to tap something away, there's a lot more that kind of gets stuck. It's very interesting. So what I really want to say here is don't tap it away. Just don't. Don't tap it away. Tap with it. Don't tap on it, tap with it. So let me give an example. Right now I'm going to settle in for a moment. And I notice a little tightness in my throat as I'm speaking and expressing myself. And then that's the words that are coming to. This is about speaking and expressing myself, and I have this feeling in my throat. So being present with this feeling now, fully noticing the sensation. And now I'm just going to tap. And all my attention, other than speaking to you, is coming to this tapping sensation. I am tapping in the way that they tap in fast EFT. It's very simple, all the way around the eyes, and then at the collarbone point. And then I grab my wrist and take a deep breath. And let it out. And now I'm going to return and go back to the sensation in my throat, which is definitely changed. It's just slightly like more higher now. So I'm going to look at it, notice it, feel into it. It's slight, and it's just in a different location. And now I'm not tapping on it. I'm going to just start tapping and bring my attention from that to this. Present with this. Nothing else to do, nothing else to say, just really noticing what this feels like both on my fingers and on my face, and even the space between the taps, being present with tapping, just tapping right here. And now I'm going to check again, check into my throat. It's definitely at a shift, but my point and my goal isn't to shift it. It's such a paradox. It's like, I believe these tools, these magic wands, as magicians, if we sit and use them with what we're with, it's a gentle approach, a really great approach to learn how to be present with what's arising. I'm using these tools as an active way of just being present with what's arising. I am not trying to will it away or make it go away. Now sometimes it is, a lot of times it is not as simple as like this simple sensation, but it can be quite intense, and there is this thought or another feeling about how I wish this would go away, I don't like this, like with headaches or certain chest pains because I'm hurt or whatever it is. Of course there is this feeling of I wish this wasn't here. So I can tap with that, with I wish this were not here. And when I tap in between focusing on that, there tends to be a shift, but I'm not tapping on it to tap it away to make it go away. My intention as a magician isn't to transform anything. Transformation happens naturally. Life changes naturally. Try to sit and brush your teeth all day. You have certain things and activities in your life that you do. You flow from one to the next. Same way with thoughts. Try to keep one thought in your head all day long. Really try. You're not going to succeed. You might think you're thinking the same, but there's probably other thoughts in between, like when you're driving or doing things. Transformation and movement in life happens naturally. So these tools, I'm reshifting focus, and I'm noticing actually bigger shifts when we're not trying to shift anything. It's such a paradox because of course we want relief, of course we come to these things and try to find different wands and different techniques to try to feel better. But actually if you're able to stay with and be with where you're not feeling good, let the magic do it for you. You don't have to try. So I've really moved away from, for quite some time now, in this idea of tapping on something, tapping something away, gotta tap on that. There's something about that that's already showing that you're not with it, you're against it. If you can settle and just be with it, you may notice a difference that's more compassionate and kind, very naturally. You're not trying to be compassionate and kind, you're just noticing what isn't right for you, and then you're just noticing the tapping. In the same way, if you have other tools, being with it, noticing it, going towards it, these tools help you be with it. And by being with it, that softness, the resistance isn't present toward whatever you're with. Now, you can go toward resistance as well. It doesn't matter what you're with. Using these tools not to try to change anything will actually help you change it. It's such a bizarre thing, but it works every single time. And if I tell you it works and you're going to say no it doesn't, then working on that's what you can be with. And not even working, I say that word, but really just being with. These beautiful tools of inquiry and tapping and many others, I believe were all put in intention. The magicians who made them up always had them with loving compassion. It's how it's interpreted that makes one of these tools work or not work. So hopefully this resonates for you. Give it a try. Whatever tool that you pick, that you like, that you resonate with, see if you can use it in a different way. So with tapping, very simply focusing on what you're resisting. So notice where you're resisting or what you don't like or what you really wish to change, and really noticing how that is felt or seen. And then you're simply going to be with it by focusing your attention, just being here doing this. It's like a friend sitting next to it, and this friend next to it is just tapping on their face. They're not trying to change how you're feeling, they're not trying to do anything, they're just present with you and doing this. So you can do that for yourself. Take a deep breath. That's all I wanted to share today. Magicians. It makes me think of like Star Wars too, you know, the dark side, the light side. Is there really a dark side? It's really the intent that you use things with. Now, here's the thing, can we make room also for, there are situations that sometimes you want to change, like you have goals in life, and maybe for those goals you really want to shift and change something about yourself. You can use these tools for that. But I have noticed that the transformation is actually easier and gentler if you're not trying to work on it, change it, resist it and fight it. And that resistance and fight can be very subtle, very, very subtle. So see if you can shift into a more compassionate way of just being with and using these beautiful tools as assisting you to do that. Have an awesome day. Thank you for watching. Bye.